Hello out there and welcome. I'm very happy that you're joining me this week. The theme this week is creating space. When you create space for you to be, clarity appears for you to see. Now, people think that the goal of yoga is to have a quiet mind. The goal is to get quiet enough that you can distinguish the chatter from the truth. So let that be our intention for this class. Let your truth be free. It's yours alone. So look for it, listen for it, and live for it. 2020 is a year of change, of transformation, of metamorphosis. Things are never going to be the same, nor should they. There's a lot of good change coming out of a lot of pain right now. So it is very, very important that all of us make space for grace. Tune the rest of the world out, tune into ourselves so that we can help make this world a better place. Because our world needs good humans right now. We all need someone to help anchor us. So for now, I want you to bring someone into your practice. Someone who truly sees you. Your worst, your best, your uninhibited. It can be a parent or a grandparent. It could be an ancestor that you've never met, or it can be your best friend. And perhaps you haven't even met them yet. Or maybe right now you feel like the only person who really knows you is you. But whoever they are, let them love you deeply. Allow yourself to feel completely loved and notice what happens in your body when you allow that. And bring your attention into your breath, because as your breath is flowing, so are you. Ground into the earth. Let your spine be nice and long. And then we're going to rub our palms together. Generate some heat. And then I want you to imagine that whoever that person is that you brought into your practice, that their hands are your hands. So I want you to really sweetly hold your face. You can close your eyes if you wish. Send love to your beautiful face. Feel the warmth of your hands comforting you. Feel the love encircling your head. Let it in. Feel held. Feel understood. Feel nurtured. Exhale and inhale. Exhale again. Revel in the comfort. Savor the comfort. Place your hands on your heart and really hold your heart. Hug your heart with hands that love you. Feel the heat on your heart and feel your heartbeat. And let that love dance in your heart. Let it shine like a light. Inhale deeply. Let that light spread into your lungs and fill up your whole rib cage with light and love. Let it shine so bright that it's bursting forth through the ribs of your cage. Your body cannot contain the amount of love that you can generate. Now hold your belly, the seat of your knowing and your power. Hold your belly with hands that love you. Connect with your breath. Feel it flowing in and out. Feel held. Feel powerful. Feel energized. Celebrate your awesomeness. No one else brings what you do. So honor that every day. Show up for yourself so you can show up for the world. And let's tune in. We're going to chant Om Namo Gurudev Namo. We chant to tune into the golden chain of teachers that have gone before us, to connect with all the ancient wisdom in the world. We chant so that self-knowledge, wisdom that needs to bubble up, can come from the darkness and into the light. So place your hands at your heart center, push your palms into one another, open that heart, root through into the earth, nice long spine. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. And we'll chant the protection mantra 3 times. First time, imagine you're circling yourself. The second time, you're circling those you love. And the third time, the community and the world at large. Adgade name, Jagadgade name, Satgade name, Sirigurudeve name. Adgade name, Jagadgade name, Satgade name, Sirigurudeve name. Adgade name, Jagadgade name, Satgade name, Sirigurudeve name. Come back to our intention to have a quiet mind so your own wisdom can bubble up. So we're going to put our hands on our shins and we're going to inhale our heart through our chest and exhale, tuck your navel to your spine. Inhale, exhale. Use your hands on your shins. To help you find the rhythm. And then come to a neutral spine. You're going to extend your arms out to the side. You're going to have your thumbs behind, fingers in front. You're going to inhale left, exhale right. Inhale left, exhale right. Come back to the center. We're going to find our way to our hands and our knees. So your hands are going to go under your shoulders and your knees are going to go under your hips. You're going to exhale into your cat. Drop your head. And inhale into your cow. Drop your belly. Your head looks up. And your sit bones reach up. So find your breath. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Take the full exhale to come into cat. And the full inhale to come into cow. Come into a neutral spine. You're going to extend your right foot behind you and lift it up hip height as your left hand comes up. And see if you can balance. Find something to stare at on the floor.
You're long from the crown of your head through your heel. And then place your hand and your knee back on the floor. Your left foot comes out and comes hip height. Your right arm comes up. Hug everything into the center of the body. And again, fingertips reach away from heel, make space. Crown of the head reaching away from the heel. And then come back to your hands and your knees. Take your right foot up again, extend your left. This time we're gonna bend the right knee. Try to reach your heel for your booty. Then the left arm comes around, finds the foot, if you can, or the heel, and see if you can find a half bow. This takes a lot of balance, so just focus on the floor if you need to, and then extend everything out. Return to hands and knees. Left leg comes out. Right arm comes out. Bend your left knee. Reach your heel towards your booty. Find your left heel with your right hand. Go slow. Ninja slow. So you can do this all as quietly as possible. Reach out, extend, and hands and knees. Now tuck those toes and come into your down dog. And pedal your feet, warm up the legs. And come into a neutral down dog. So you're pressing into the mat with all your hands and your fingers. You push your hands into the mat to sink your hips back. Nice long spine. And then let's inhale, lift the heels up, and exhale, come down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale one more time, come all the way up. You're gonna bend your knees and sink your booty way back so your spine feels really long. And then you're gonna walk your feet up to meet your hands to stand in a forward bend. So the knees can be nice and bent. Let your head go. This should not hurt at all. So if it hurts, bend your knees so you're not stressing out your back and your legs. Exhale here, sigh something out, let something go. And then inhale halfway up. Exhale, fold. And roll all the way up. Shoulders come up and roll down the spine. Palms face forward. Gaze forward. Find something to focus on. And ask yourself, what do I stand for? You stand for kindness, generosity, climate change, Mother Earth. Pick something you stand for, close your eyes, and imagine you become a wall of whatever that is. Breathe in deeply. Exhale. And then we're going to inhale, arms come up. You're going to exhale, fold forward. Inhale halfway. Plant your hands and walk yourself out to a plank. So you can either do these planks with knees off the mat, or you can put your knees on the floor and do them with your knees on the mat. So maybe to start, I'll have my knees off. You're going to do a half push-up, and then you're going to roll into your cobra. So your hands are sunk back by your ribs, your heart comes up. Exhale down, and inhale up. 2 more times. Exhale down, inhale up. And push back into hands and knees, tuck the toes, find your down dog. The right leg comes up, 3-legged dog. We're gonna bend the right knee, stack the right hip over the left. Breathe into that twist of the upper body. Extend the right leg up to the sky, square your hips, come forward into crescent lunge. So crescent lunge, your back heel is off the mat. Put your hands on your hips. Your front knee is bent 90 degrees over your ankle, and your hands come up. Nice. So everything is square to the front of the mat. You can even gaze up if you've got your balance. And then we're gonna come down, plant those hands, find your plank, do your half push-up, chaturanga, cobra, down dog. Left leg comes up to the sky, bend your left knee, stack your left hip over your right hip, and breathe. Left leg comes up, square your hips, find your lunge. Nice. And then let's come back down, find your plank. If at any time you want to skip this whole chaturanga cobra thing, you can always come straight to your down dog and skip the whole thing. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees and come forward to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. And come all the way up to stand. Palms touch way up high, a little bit of a back bend, and then bring your hands to your heart center. Beautiful. Exhale and inhale, arms up. Fold forward. Inhale, halfway. Plant your hands, find your plank. Half push up into your cobra. Find your down dog. Right leg comes up into the sky, stack your hip, bend your knee, breathe. And then right leg comes up, square your hips. This time we're gonna find warrior one. So warrior one, arms come up, you're gonna make a little basket and you're gonna let your head rest in that basket. So squeeze those thighs together and find a space, a place to gaze at the ceiling. And ask yourself, what do I need to get off my chest? Don't think about it too much, just let something bubble up. Let it off your chest. And then release your head, let your arms come up. We're gonna come into warrior two. And we're gonna do, it's called dancing Shiva. We're gonna inhale the arms up, straighten the front knee. Hands come through the heart center. And then you're gonna push out to warrior two again. So go slowly and think about you're clearing the space in your heart to make room for the good stuff. One last time, straight knee, inhale up. Exhale, bring in the awesomeness. Inhale, bring in the awesomeness. Exhale, clear out the junk. And then flip that palm, surrender. The back arm rests on the back leg. And you really have to root through those legs and lift up with the chest so that you're not hurting your low back. Come back through warrior two. Straighten your front knee. And you're coming into triangle pose. You're tipping your body over to make one big triangle with your legs. And your arms just extend up. Beautiful. Great. Power moment, root those legs, find yourself back in warrior two. Deep bend in the front leg. Cartwheel yourself down. Find your plank. Take your vinyasa, your chaturanga and your cobra, and find your way to down dog. Stay here for 3 breaths. letting your mind quiet, reconnecting with your breath if you lost it. Plant your right foot, lift your left, stack your hips, bend your knee, and then straighten your leg. Come through, find your warrior one. Again, come through hands on hips just to make sure you're balanced and grounded. And then once you have that, you can lift your arms up. And then once you have that, you make the basket and let your head rest. And again, bubble something up, let something off your chest, something that's in your way, something you don't need anymore. And then bring your arms back up, find your warrior two, and again, dancing Shiva. So inhale, the knee comes straight, draw awesomeness in, exhale, push out the junk. 3 times in total. Inhale and exhale. Flip the front palm, surrender, peaceful warrior. Come back to your warrior two, straighten your front knee one more time, and tip your front body over your legs, triangle pose. So gaze on the floor if you need help balance, or you can gaze to the side wall, or you can gaze at your middle finger on the raised arm. Power through those legs, bend the front knee, come back to warrior two, and cartwheel yourself down. Take your flow. And this time, let's come to child's pose. This is another pose you can always come to if you don't want to have to do the half push-up and the cobra to the down dog. Come into child's pose, sink your hips back, let your forehead come down to the mat. Exhale, deeply, deeply, deeply. Reconnect with your breath. If you feel like, oh my goodness, this is a lot of work, then let all that sink into the mat. And as you inhale, draw energy from the earth into your body so you can move on. One last huge exhale. Sigh something out, let something go. And then inhale deeply, come to hands and knees, tuck your toes, and find your down dog. Inhale onto the toes, exhale, sink way back, and walk up to the front of your mat. Inhale halfway, exhale, fold. And stay here for a moment. Let your head feel nice and heavy. You can shake your head no, you can nod your head yes. Again, let's make a basket with our hands, place it underneath our head, and this time we're kind of traction our head toward the earth. So feel the weight of your head. And then release, lift halfway up, fold, roll up, let the arms come all the way up, palms together, up at the sky, a little bit of back bend, and then hands at heart center. Take another moment to stand. Bring that person in one more time. Hold your heart with your thumbs. I'm not getting enough hugs these days, so just let your hands hug your heart. Make up for some of those last hugs. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale halfway. Plant your hands, walk back. You can always hop back, find your plank. Take your push-up and your cobra. Down dog. Three-legged dog with the right leg. And then come into your warrior one. Again, make a basket. Let your head hang. This time, what wisdom needs to come into your heart? So let the universe have a little conversation with your heart. Don't let your head get in the way. Just let your heart communicate. And then release your head, arms come up. Find your warrior two. And use your arms like antenna. Again, we're going to do dancing Shiva 3 times. So inhale it up. Come through your heart center. Exhale out. Let the wisdom in. Let it come into your heart. And exhale out. One last time. Awesome. Flip that front palm. Surrender. Come back to your warrior two. Triangle pose. We're going to add on. We're going to come into half moon. So you're going to bend your front knee a little bit. You're going to come forward. So your right hand is about 1.5 feet in front of your right foot, and then out to the side. And if you are near a wall, feel free to use a wall. Your arm comes up. Your toes point to the side. Yeah, I know it's really tricky. It's a hard balance. But see if you can find it. You can bend that standing leg a little bit more so you're closer to the floor. There you go. If you pop out, just keep trying. All right. Both hands come to the floor. Drop your head and lift your raised leg to the sky. It doesn't have to go super high. We're just practicing balancing on one leg. And then we're going to, as gracefully as we can, reach back with that back foot. Come back into your lunge. And then plant your hands. Find your plank. Take your flow. Come into down dog. Left leg comes up. Three-legged dog. Extend, come through, find your warrior one. Hands on hips at first. Squared hips to the front of the mat. There you go. Make a basket, let your head rest. And again, what wisdom needs to come in from the universe? Let your heart feel super open and ready to hear whatever it needs to. And then let your head go, lift those arms up. Come into your warrior two. Dancing time. Inhale up and exhale down. Go with your breath this time. Make it your own flow. Three times. Flip your palm. Surrender. Come back to warrior two. Straighten your front knee. Triangle pose. Come into half moon. So do whatever you need to do to get yourself launched over your front foot. Again, your left hand's about 1.5 to 2 feet in front of your left foot and 6 inches out to the side. So you can stack your hips like we've been doing all this time, but now we're just balancing on one leg, sideways. So gaze on the floor, find one place to look at that will help your balance, and feel like you're leaning back against a wall. It also helps to feel like you're standing on both feet. Drop your right hand, let your head go, let your leg come up. And then when you're ready, you're gonna reach back with that right foot, find your lunge. Plant those hands, find your plank, and take your vinyasa, your chaturanga, and your cobra. And then let's all meet up in child's pose. Take a break. You deserve it. Let your forehead rest on the mat. Let any thoughts you're having just sink out of your forehead and into the earth. Feel your belly moving with breath against your thighs. And see if you can breathe all the way down to your tailbone. In child's pose, you really can feel the low back expand if you breathe deep down into your pelvic floor, into the deepest parts of your belly. Exhale, one huge exhale. Come to your hands and your knees. Tuck your toes into your down dog. Inhale the heels up. Exhale, bend. And let's practice our little donkey kick. So you can just start to lift your feet up off the floor. You're trying to get your hips over your hands. And so you're in an L shape. How's it going? And then you're gonna hop your feet up to the front of the mat if you can. Try to land softly. Good. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. This time you're gonna take your peace fingers, your pointer finger and your middle finger. You're gonna wrap them around your toes. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Press your thumbs into your big toenail beds. And then inhale, nice long spine. Exhale, draw your head to the toes. Draw your toes to your head. Breathe deeply, in and out. Let gravity lengthen your spine. Release your bind. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Come all the way up to stand. Let your hands come all the way up to the sky. Palms touch. Weight into the toes. Back bend. And then exhale. Hands at your heart center. I'm going to just turn myself towards you. So you're going to glue your legs together. You're going to inhale up onto your toes. And you're going to squeeze your thighs fiercely together. And you're going to see if you can keep your heels up off the floor as you pretend to slide down a wall. Let's see you do it. Okay, good. And put your booty on the mat. Let's just come back into our hands and our knees. You're going to sink back like you're in a child's pose, and you're going to wrap your elbows with your hands. Then you're going to bring your hands clasped together out in front of you. You're going to bring your weight over your elbows. And then you're going to extend your legs behind you. I'm going to walk up a little bit. So you're in what's called dolphin pose. It's a plank, but on your forearms. It's pretty intense. So your body might shake. Keep squeezing your thighs together. Keep reaching through your heels. Keep reaching your navel towards your spine. Relax your shoulders, relax your face, smile. It's fine. Woo. And then let your knees go. All right, we're gonna lie all the way down on the mat. Forehead on the mat. Your palms are gonna face down. Exhale, relax into the mat. Inhale, you're gonna lift your head, your hands and your feet. So squeeze your toes together, squeeze your thighs together. Draw your pinkies behind your back. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Relaxed head. And then exhale down. Do this one more time. Inhale all the way up. So the only thing in contact with the earth is the belly and the hips. Nice long neck. Keep breathing up or moving up as you inhale. And then exhale, release. Then both of your knees, see if you can grab either your heels or your toes. And then exhale deeply. Inhale, come all the way up. Woo! Nice job. If you can flex your body enough, you might start to rock and roll as you breathe. Back and forth, inhale, exhale. Nice, release. All right, plant your hands at your ribs, push up, and let's come back into that squat that we had. And this time we're gonna go opposite direction. So thighs are glued together, knees are glued together. You're imagining that you're leaning against a wall. And this time, really engage your core. You're gonna slide up slowly. Nice. Okay. Beautiful. I need to catch my breath. Hold on. Okay. So now we're going to take a dancer pose. Your right hand's going to come in a little cup over to the side. You're going to bend your right knee. Then your left arm comes up to the sky. And then you're just going to start to kick your foot into your hand and pull your foot with your hand. Nice. Keep your knees squeezing together. Keep your thighs squeezing together. Find one place to look at. Nice. Yes. Come out. Whew. Shake it out. Other side. I'm going to turn this way so you can see me. Your cup comes out. Your foot rests in. Arm comes up. Keep your thighs squeezing together as you lift your knee. Lift your thigh. Yes. You guys are pros on this side. Release. And come down. That was gorgeous. Okay. Come back one more time. Squeeze everything in. Get up on those toes. Slide back down. Oh, if you fall down, just come back up. Don't cheat yourself, even though it's very tempting. Awesome. All right, booty's in the middle of the mat. We're gonna lift our thighs. Really nice long spine, boat pose. Your arms can come out straight. You can keep holding if you need to, but your arms can come out straight. Your legs can come out straight. And then we can lower down 1/3, 2/3, almost down, and come on up. Come down 1/3, 2/3, almost down, come on up. One more time. 1/3, 2/3, almost down, come on up. Beautiful. Let's do bridge. So we're gonna lie down on the mat. Your feet are planted right next to your booty. Your palms are down. You're gonna press into your feet, your shoulders, and your hands. Lift your hips up. So you feel nice and long from the backs of the knees all the way through the shoulders. And your shoulders are nice and relaxed. Your belly is breathing. And all the work is in your hips and your thighs. We're going to roll down one vertebrae at a time from the top to the bottom. Let your low back make contact. You can sway side to side. And then come back to a neutral spine. When you're ready, root through feet, shoulders, and hands. Lift those hips up. Hands can clasp behind the back. Roll onto the outside arms. And if you're really stable, you can lift a leg. And do circles. And then switch. When both feet come back down to the ground, make sure your hips are nice and lifted. And then place your hands on the floor. Roll down one vertebrae at a time. Exhale deeply. Final bridge or wheel. So I'm going to explain wheel since you already know bridge. Bend your elbows. Your elbows are staring straight at the ceiling. Your hands come down by, your fingers are by your shoulders and the heels of the hands are by your ears. Push into the hands and the feet. Lift onto the top of the head and then come all the way up. And again, if you're feeling good, you can play around lifting one leg or the other. And eventually, you can come into stand. But I'm not there yet. Come all the way down from whatever you're doing. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock side to side. And give your knees a bigger squeeze. Bring that person in again, whoever it was that was loving you before. Imagine that your legs are them and you're giving them a nice, huge, overdue hug. There's just no limit to the amount of hugs that you need in this life. Or at least that's me and Olaf. All right, bring your right knee into your chest, extend your left. Draw your right knee over to the left. Supine twist. Gaze over your right extended hand, arm. Breathe into that spine. And then come back into center. Scissor kick switch. Right leg extended. Left knee out. Draw your left knee over to the right. Extend your left arm to the left. Gaze over your left hand. Come back through the center. Hug your left knee in. And extend everything out. So we're going to have dessert. We're going to lie down in Shavasana. This is where all our hard work really pays off. So imagine you're lying on the floor, which you are, but lie into Mother Earth. Pretend you're in a hammock or in a really comfortable grass, somewhere out in nature that you absolutely love. Feel your face relax. Feel your head heavy. Let your neck and shoulders release. Feel your heart sink into the floor. Your whole spine and your hips relaxed. Your legs all the way through to the ankles and the toes. Let go of everything but your attention to your breath. Just be aware of it coming in and out. Come back into your physical body. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Circle your wrists and your ankles. And reach your arms up over your head. Stretch as long as you possibly can. Fingertips as far away from toe tips as possible. Breathe into your ribs and all of your connective tissue. And then curl into a ball and rest on one side, the right or the left, you choose. And then bring in your anchor person again. And imagine that you're resting your head on your arm, but it's on their lap. And maybe they're placing their hands through your hair, or they're just being there, and that's enough. But release and relax into them. Feel supported. Feel loved. Feel understood. And feel empowered. No dream is too big. No vision too impossible. And know that you need to rest now so that you can change the world. When you're ready, let your upper arm help you find your seat. We're going to do a meditation called the Adi Shakti meditation. And this brings in creativity. It's kind of like Gaia. You guys are all into your gods. You know Gaia. So this is bringing in Gaia. This is bringing in her creative force. So we're going to do a mudra with our hands. We're going to take our sun finger, which is our ring finger. We're going to tuck it in with our thumbs. Our rest of our fingers are going to stick straight up into the skies. Your elbows are down at your sides. Your wrists are by your shoulders. And then your hands are in line with your ears, okay? And we are going to chant. There's a call and response chant. So she'll sing something and then we'll follow it. We're going to do it through 2 times. And then after that, we're going to hold this pose and we're going to chant HUD. And it's going to be from your navel. So every time you chant the word HUD, you're going to feel your navel come in, HUD, because your navel is your power center. That's your power source. It's where the stokes of fire of creativity all live. So we're going to do the Adi mantra, or the Adi Shakti mantra twice, and then we're going to chant HUD 26 times, and then we'll be done. Adi Shakti, Adi Shakti, Adi Shakti, Adi Shakti, Adi Shakti. Adi Shakti, Namo Namo, Namo Namo, Sarva Shakti, Sarva Shakti, Sarva Shakti, Sarva Shakti, Sarva Shakti, Sarva Shakti, Namo Namo, Namo Namo, Ritam Bhagavati, Ritam Bhagavati, Ritam Bhagavati, Ritam Bhagavati, Ritam Bhagavati, Ritam Bhagavati, Namo Namo, Namo Namo, Kundalini Mata Shakti, Kundalini Mata Shakti, Kundalini Mata Shakti, Kundalini Mata Shakti, Namo Namo, Namo Namo, Namo Namo, Namo Namo. You can close your eyes lyrics for this is just HUD. Chant it 26 times. Hold on, I'm waiting for the music. HUD, 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 HUD. So inhale deeply. Hold the breath in. Feel it circulate through the body. Hold the posture. You're going to exhale like you're whistling out. I know this is super funky, but it's my birthday. Inhale. Hold the breath. Feel it fill your whole body. And then exhale with a whistle. One more deep inhale. Feel the breath dance in your body. And then we're going to exhale with a cannon breath. So you're just going to make a big beautiful. Release your arms. Relax, close your eyes, and just observe how you feel. You could feel totally silly because I made you just do all that. Or you could feel amazing. You could feel totally empowered and energized. But take a moment to tune into you. So the mantra HUD is creative infinity. And though it seems really simple because it's only one word, the repetition is actually very profound, and it is said that it will bring you great prosperity and abundance. So whenever you feel like you need some extra power, you can use that HUD. All right, so before I close class, I want to give you the art option. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine what you would draw from this period of time that we spent together. It can be you with the person that you brought into your practice today. It can be just any dreams that kind of came up to you or anything that your heart wanted to tell you. And it can be abstract. It doesn't have to be literal. It can be colors or textures or maybe what your vibrations looked like when you were holding your pose. It can be anything at all. But I just want you to try to take your physical experience and put it into a more creative medium, because I know you guys are very creative and I know you're world changers, and I love to see what you guys bring forth. I would love it if you guys would share your artwork with me when you're done, if you do it. Okay, so bring your palms together, sit up nice and tall. We're going to chant Sat Nam to close. Sat Nam means truth is my identity. You've all heard Namaste. This is the inverse, but it means the same thing. So we're going to chant Sat 3 times audibly, the 4th time in a whisper, and the 5th time in silence, so we can send out our love and our truth to the universe. So close your eyes, sit up nice and tall, exhale deeply, inhale. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. In a whisper. Thank you so much for coming. You guys made my birthday so awesome. I really appreciate it. Mwah.